So I'm trusting that you can actually see my screen here. Heidi, why don't you text me if you can't see my PowerPoint that I pulled up now, and if you have any issues hearing me at all, because I won't be able to see the chat box right now. So I guess we will just start with this. My name is Jill Olausen, and I am a professor at APU. I teach in the online program in the MSN HAL program, and I teach some of the core courses. So you might see me teaching some of your courses online. I really want to welcome you to APU, and I know that with starting a new program, it can be really exciting, but there can be a little anxiety as well. So I just want to show you some of these resources and maybe reduce your anxiety a little bit. If you go to, let me see, if you go to your Canvas, these slides are available in there, and I will be showing you some of the resources that I've also put in to the Canvas website. So why do we really harp on writing? You just had somebody come and present to you about writing, and now here I am again talking about writing. So really, there's a few reasons. One of them is it's a sign of professionalism. How you communicate to others, how you write in written expressions really says a lot about yourself. It says a lot about the profession of nursing, and also says a little bit about nursing as well. So I can see that you can hear me. Great. So really, by being able to write well, you are really expressing yourself and your ability to be a professional. And also, another reason is that when you are writing in your progress notes, or when you're going to be an MSN, advanced practice nurse, and you're writing orders, the way that you write and use commas, for example, really can change the meaning of what you're saying. So I always like this little meme here where there's one, it says punctuation saves lives and commas can kill. So the first one, let's eat grandma, means you're actually going to eat your grandmother. The second one, let's eat grandma, means you're inviting her to dinner. So using correct writing can accurately convey meaning. And we found that that's really important. The third leading cause of death is actually medical errors. So the way we can communicate contributes to these medical errors. And if we communicate clearly and concisely, then we can reduce medical errors, improve patient outcomes. So that's really a key reason it is important to write well. So because of this, we have, and if you open these slides, all these little hyperlinks will work for you in the slides from Canvas. Our program at APU has objectives that are based on professional organizations' recommendations. So the QSIN graduate competencies, those are the quality and safety education for nurses. And they have graduate competencies. The American Association of the College of Nurses has the Master's Essentials. And all of these really include the ability to express oneself in written and oral communication, really show how important this is and how our program is aligned with those goals. We want you to get out there into the working environment and be able to succeed. So in our MSN program, I took a look at some of our courses, and we have about 5 major papers, 5 to 7 major papers that you'll be asked to write. You'll have about 6 presentations you'll be asked to give. We have 4 minor papers, and minor paper is something that would be under 4 pages. If you're going to take online courses, you'll also be writing discussion postings. There'll be some journaling and reflective writing that you'll do. And then there's one paper, major paper that has iterative drafts that you will give to your professors in drafts. They give you feedback, and then this goes into the next version of your paper. So there is a lot of writing, and it's important, as I said, that you are able to write well. So the big paper comes at the end of the MSN program. All MSN students, no matter which program or track you're in, will take this GNRS 597, the comprehensive exam. It says exam, but it's really a 20 to 30 page paper. And what you do is you pick a healthcare issue or problem of your choice, something that you're really passionate about. You'll write about the background and significance of this problem. You'll do a literature review. You'll propose an intervention to help address or solve this issue or problem. You'll find a theory that's going to support the intervention. You will look at this problem or issue from the lens of the MSN program that you're in. So if you're a nurse educator, you're going to say, look at how can I solve this problem through academic curriculum changes. If you're in the healthcare administration leadership, you might say, what system changes can I make at this healthcare facility to solve this issue? And if you're an advanced practice nurse, then you're going to say, really, what can I do clinically? What kind of clinical focus, or you'll look at it through a clinical lens there. You'll give the details of your intervention. You'll write about outcomes. So how will you know this intervention you're proposing is really making a difference? And then you'll write a conclusion. So we all know that writing is hard work. I think if you look around at ask any of your faculty, they'll say that they were not born a good writer, and it takes practice. I kind of like the saying, don't work harder, but work smarter and use your resources. So we do have a lot of resources for writing that I want to show you. So the first one is Microsoft Word. So this might be redundant for some of you, but if you don't have Microsoft Word, it is available for you for free. And in the slides, if you go to Free University Software, and hopefully you can see this, I just clicked on this link here. It takes us to a site where you can see all the software that's available to you for free. So there's Microsoft Office 365 for Mac and for Windows. So if you click on that, you can download that, and that's available the first day of class. I just checked with IMT today, and they said that you might not have access to it today, but you would on the 26th when your classes start. So Microsoft Word is really the preferred method that instructors would like to get the papers in that format. And that will really allow us to use the track changes feature and the comments feature. And so this link here is a little video about those features. And even you as students, if you have questions, you can always put those as comments on the side for your instructor. So that's available for you. The other resources for Canvas, or for writing, are in Canvas, and this is a link. So if you have these slides open, you click on this, hopefully it will take you to the module in Canvas. Let's see if this works here. Yay, it did. So these are all the writing resources that I put into your Canvas site here. And I will review a few of these with you now. One of the first things that we like to show you is how you, when you have an APU Gmail account, then you have access to many Google apps. So if you were to go to homeapu.edu and you sign in, this is your little dashboard that you have here, and you can access all of your links there. So you can get to your Gmail, a calendar, a drive where you can store some of your information, and there's Google Docs there and slides. So you do have access to that whole Google suite as well. Google really works well with Chrome. So Chrome is a browser that you can use. So if you have the slides open and you click on Chrome, you can just download it right there, and then it will ask you that you want that to be your default browser, and you can choose yes. So once you have Chrome here, you can add extensions to this that can help you with some of your writing and grammar. And you can see up here, these are all my extensions that I have, and this is one that I really like called Grammarly. I also have Adobe, I have Digo, which is a bookmarking site, some screencasting extensions there. But Grammarly is a really great one. So if we go to Grammarly, and you have downloaded Chrome, then you can just go to the Chrome browser. And you can see right down here at the bottom, this is my Chrome browser there. Anytime I click on that, it'll take me to Chrome. And you guys probably all know this better than I do, but just want to make sure. I don't assume that everybody's on the, I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. So once you get Grammarly and you add it to Chrome, anything you type or write within that website, within that browser, is going to be looked at like it's showing on this picture here. So if you're in Gmail and you type an email, the Grammarly will look at this and correct any changes or suggest changes for you there. It'll work if you're in Facebook. It'll work if you're in Canvas in your discussion posts. So it's really a great way of preventing any errors. It works with Google Docs as well. So I'd really suggest you get that so that when you're writing emails to your professor or you're writing discussion posts within Canvas, that you can pick up on those errors. And Heidi, if anybody has any questions, maybe you can just, we could take them at the end, or you could send me a text. I hope I'm not going too fast. Okay, so moving right along, another writing issue that we have here is we have the APA style standard. I know you guys probably have heard of APA before, but I just want to let you know that APA is the American Psychology Association style standard. And a style standard just gives you the standards for how you should write, format, and design your documents. So right now, we have the 6th edition, and coming up in October will be the 7th edition. So this has been a much awaited change here. And so you might want to ask some of your faculty in your first courses if the APA publication manual is a required textbook, if they might want you to wait until October and get the 7th edition. In the meantime, if you don't have that, there's a lot of online resources that can help you with formatting your paper in APA style. Within these resources that I put in your Canvas site, I have an APA paper template. We have APA style blog. We have APA research paper guidelines and rubric. And we have the Purdue Online Writing Lab. So the APA paper template is a Word doc that will open up, and it will have all the APA formatting already built into it. So you don't have to adjust margins. It shows you how to use all the headings in there. So that's great when you're going to write a paper. You just pull up that template. And I will try to show that to you once I get back into our Canvas site. If you have any questions about APA style, what I usually do is I just ask the Google. So what I will do is I'll just Google APA style blog and direct quotes, and then it would show me how to do direct quotes there. So a lot of resources are available. Purdue Online Writing Lab also has a APA template that you can use. So the APA template, I wanted to look at that a little bit more. Let me see if I can get to a link there. So if we go right into the writing resources, we'll go pull up the APA course paper template, download that. And so whenever you start a paper, you just can pull this up and start writing in here. It has the running head up there for you. It has the title page. It has, if you need an abstract, it has that in there, and how you should have your headings here. So the first level heading, etc. So that's really a great option. Let's see. The other things that we have on here are the APA research paper guidelines. So if you go in there, you can download a little checklist that when you're writing your paper in APA, you can go down and make sure that you've addressed each one of these APA criteria here. So the format, what should be in an abstract, the introduction, what should be in the body of the paper, reference and citations, what you should look for in that, and the style. So that's another great tool that you can use when you're writing, and you can just go ahead and use that rubric and grade yourself. I'll show you the APA style blog. So it has a little search term here, and you could search something like digital object indicator and say, well, my professor said that I should use a DOI instead of saying retrieved from when I'm making my references. What the heck is that? So you can just go in there and it will tell you what a digital object indicator is and all about it. So you can get to this through APA, it's blog, apastyle.org. You can just go to the Google and put in APA style blog and then ask your question. It should come right up. So that's another great resource that you could use in the interim when the APA textbooks are changing. All right, the Purdue Online Writing Lab. That has many resources for you, so it can show you, it has some templates there, information about general writing, research and citation, so a good resource. Okay, so let me go back to our slides here. The next thing that we are going to talk about is citation management software. And you can see in these resources in Canvas, I've included information mainly about EndNote and Zotero, and there's many tutorials available for these. What we prefer that you use would really be EndNote, and again, that's available for free at the university software website that I've taken you to before. It allows you to store articles and books. It can be used with Word and PowerPoint. And let me just give you an example of a way that we can actually use EndNote and get articles into EndNote. So once you've downloaded EndNote, you've gone to that website, that free website, and you download EndNote, then it'll be on your computer. So how do you get articles onto it? So one way you can do this is you can go to a database in the APU library. So I usually will search PubMed for an article. So if I go to PubMed, and I also have it up here in my browser, say I want to send somebody an article that I wrote. So I can go up here and type in my name and search, and you can see there's some articles there, and I want to send this one to EndNote. So I can just click on that, and it says one selected, and go up to the top here and select Citation Manager. You can also email this article to somebody or copy it. So Citation Manager, and then you create file. It will download this citation for you, and if you have EndNote downloaded, you can click on that. And let me bring this over. Hopefully you can see the EndNote library. It will bring it right into your EndNote library for you. And so we can see this here. There's a preview if you if you need to get the reference for it, you can just take that and cut and paste. Beware though, in APA format, the title of the article, you shouldn't have all the words capitalized. And you can see here in this that role, advanced practice nurse, survivorship care planning, all the words are capitalized. So you just have to go through and make some changes sometime, but it's a lot easier, I think, to have this in your library now, and anytime you want to put it into a paper, you have it available for you. So let me show you how you do that. I'm going to pull up a Word document. Now I'll just have a blank one. And so if I have EndNote, and I have this one selected here in EndNote, I can go to Word, and now that I've downloaded EndNote on my computer, it comes up as a tab right here. So if I wanted to put this citation in a paper, let's say according to a new journal article, and then you would want to cite what that article is. You go click on EndNote, insert citation. And so let's see, it's asking me which citation I want. So I selected this article here, but if that's not the one I wanted, so what I will do, sorry about that, just take that out. But you can see how cool that is, that it just creates that little reference page for you too. So I can go to EndNote. I have that highlighted. This is, it says insert citation, and it goes right in there, and then it creates a little reference page for me too. So I can go, let's see, insert a page break to get the reference page all on its own page there. And there, anytime I will now write something else and add another citation, the references will all line up right under here. So you have your reference page there. So that's something that I think over time, as you're going through all these courses and you're collecting information, that you're and articles and textbooks, they are all in one repository and available for you. So I think it's easier. Sometimes it's a lot of work up front, but once you get all those articles in, it makes it really easy when you're writing a paper just to go to EndNote, click on the citation, and it goes right in for you. You can change the style standard easy if you ever needed to. So just a great tool for you to use as you're going through your courses. And, if you know what your final comprehensive exam topic might be, even now you can start collecting articles, and then when you get to your final course, you'll have a whole repository of articles that you can pull from that will make that easier at the end. And even in, so I just had the Word example here, and even in PowerPoint, you have the option there. Let's see if I end this slideshow. I'll just bring up my little PowerPoint here. So EndNote is available for here. For PowerPoint, you can insert a citation and you can insert a reference the same way that you can using Word. So I think that's all I have. I know it's kind of a lot, but these slides will be available for you in the resources there. And Heidi, if you want to just open it up for any questions, I'd be happy to answer some. I am recording this, so what I'll do is I'll put the recording of this, of our talk today, right in the modules as well. I'll put them right in here so that you can revisit this if you'd like to. If there aren't any questions, I guess I will end and say good luck to you all, and hopefully our paths will cross sometime. And I'm just going to stop this recording here. Okay, all good, Heidi said. All right, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.